Hello, hello, hello.
Yo!
Welcome to the 779th episode of Earth Weird AF. I am one of
779
your
and a
co
half.
Logo Los with my usual cast of characters below me here. TAO and the guy in the chair. How y'all doing today, sirs?
I'm good. I would appreciate y'all saying my nipples was hard though, cuz that ain't,
Cuz
Oh man,
I
now
was
you
caught
want
off
now
guard.
you want everybody to know.
you know what I'm saying? Now my feelings hurt now. Like, why y'all objectifying me? I'm not a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying?
I
Only,
understand, dog. It was like
only fans if you listen.
it was
Check
like
your check.
you was nervous before the pod, so you had to rub one off, and then you came right to the show. So that's why your nipples were sticking through your nylon shirt.
Nah, I would just hold that to the end of the pod. Then it'll be more intense.
Young boys don't know nothing about that, dog. Nothing. But
Hey,
look,
yeah,
hold
yeah. Before we veer all the way
on.
out.
Man, because it could get out of control. But look, we got a special guest today. So we starting this new segment. We don't have to jump into it right now, DB, but we starting a new segment called Vince Like Lombardi, where my guy Vince the Champ is
Hey,
gonna make three picks on games for spreads or whatever. I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna do one as an upset, and then since we love you, he's gonna give you parlays for the Thursday night's game. Is that correct, Vince?
I got something, yeah.
Already. So Vince, how did we get to know each other? Because we have a nice backstory. That boy was a beast, dog.
Well, it was back in my days living in Green Bay, and I was playing the online Madden franchise mode. Got in the DFW group. You were there, DB, along with a bunch of other of our comrades and friends, and we did that for probably about 3-4 years, something like that. And then we switched
No, go
5 years.
ahead.
Then we went to NLB. We
That's what
switched
it was.
from DFW to NLB, but we still the league's been rocking for damn near like 15 years at this point. Even though some of us has retired because we don't got the new system.
Yeah, you don't want to go pay for it, and that's cool.
But this other thing I'm doing now, it occupies my money in football.
I think
Nah.
it's
let's do it.
I think his thumb speed down.
What you say, DB?
I think his thumb speed down. He ain't got it no more.
I don't know
He ain't
what it is.
no more. Dog, Barry, when I saw Vince on the schedule back in 12, 13, well, 13, 14, 15, you had to come with your A game, boy. And
It's been a
then
long day.
the thing about it, he was great at passing at first. And then later on, he became great at running. And that lets you know the strength of Madden players. They cater their game to what's effective on the game.
Yeah.
And
What the defense was like that too? Use the game?
oh,
You only well, except against Los. I mean, there was an AFC Championship where I had to drop my edge into a spy, and he dropped Shane Ray. He ducked under the middle, pick six at the end of the fourth quarter to seal the game. So other than that time, yeah, always user.
see
You
how
know
I
it.
had. See,
You know
I
it.
ain't have,
You know
Thank
it
you for
cut
throwing
deep
that
when
in
you
there.
can
I
remember
appreciate
that.
it.
right. But before we get into it, what is this new hobby you got going on and all your money going into it? I ain't skip over that.
Gambling?
Well, I mean, various forms of gambling.
It's addiction.
I mean, if you consider fantasy football, especially
Yeah.
best ball, which is I was doing best ball drafts this whole summer since the beginning of March. I ended up doing like 75 or so, and then about 8 different leagues I'm in additionally, plus prop bets and futures on the season, and
Yeah.
I don't have
It's
I'm not. I used to do the notebook there with the Madden and all,
Oh yeah, he's be
but
deep with it.
I have expanded my game to using Excel, and
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, he sound like me on the 2K draft.
hey, dog. Hey, that's
What he
why he
see
here,
there?
dog. Attention to detail, and he's very meticulous. So, hey, let's get into why you're here. Your specialty, all of that. Hold on. Barry, do you know what best ball is?
I was going to ask about that.
Vince, did you explain that?
Well, it's fantasy football basically, but instead of in normal fantasy football leagues where you have to set your lineup each week and play who you think has the best matchups and all that type of stuff, that you got like 20 players on your team, and whoever the highest scoring players are the ones that get plugged into your lineup that week. So you're not setting, and then it's just you're not. It doesn't even matter like you're head to head, nothing like that. It's just it's the most points for the whole year.
Oh, so there's no bench. So it's not like you left 60 points on the bench. If he's on your team, his points go towards it.
So in other words, my season would have been over with jive ass Cowboys.
You got Cowboys on your fantasy team?
All I would have had on my team. Los know I get down.
That's the first mistake you can make in fantasy is going with the whole team, dog.
I got a pretty solid investment there in Jalen Tolbert because he had, he was getting picked way late in the drafts, and I was just fading Brandon Cooks because, he's aging, and I think Tolbert might have been having an opportunity to step up this year. So we'll see how it goes. He had a pretty good game.
Speaking of fading Brandon Cooks, I wish Brandon Cooks could run a fade route.
That's how Vince used to bear. That's how Vince used to be on that Madden. Vince used to have that notebook with all them players in there. He been that draft, man, drafting people you wouldn't even look at.
I can appreciate he autistic like me. That's all that. He got a touch of the autism, baby. I'm with him.
Oh man. All right, Vince, let's dive into these picks, bro. What game you starting with?
Well, I mean, there would be no better way to start off the Thursday edition here with another Thursday night football kickoff here. I got your boys over there visiting Giants in New York. If it's a 5.5 point spread, I think it started off as a 6.5. It's down to 5.5. Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
44.5. And the thing is, with the gambling, though, you don't want to just – if you're just going with the obvious thing, you're going to lose the majority of the time, almost every time. You know what they say. Vegas didn't get all them chandeliers by losing bets. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Especially when they start moving the line closer to the game together, the spread keeps getting lower and lower. They try to make you jump on the Cowboys. Like, the Cowboys don't get that easy.
But so really the matchups that we're looking for, I mean, we got Daniel Jones on the Giants there, who's not like the worst quarterback in the league, but he's bottom 10 for sure. But they got electric rookie there in Neighbors, who's lighting up the box score here the last couple of weeks.
And a 1, and a 2, and a SEC. Go LSU, baby. What's happening?
Boo.
Oh, come on, man. Don't be like that.
Boo.
That's mean. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
And so the Cowboys have you guys probably watched the Cowboys a lot more than I have this year. I kind of missed all of Sunday's action because I was at the game there in Nashville. But the Cowboys really have struggled to stop the run and struggled to run the ball. So the natural inclination would be, okay, we're gonna bet on Dallas passing yards, CeeDee Lamb receptions, Dak 250, or Daniel Jones for 2 touchdowns or something along those lines. But I think, Mike McCarthy's ass is on the line here.
Facts.
I see Daniel Jones taking off on us.
They haven't, the last 3 years haven't ended the way that Jones obviously would like to see that happen. So I think that Zeke's kind of been fading as far as his effectiveness. They've still been putting him out there because they paid him. He's on the team. He's going to have a role. He's Ezekiel Elliott. They've been starting to get Deuce Vaughn in the game a little bit more, which I like to see, even though he's never going to be like a full-time back.
No.
But I think that the Cowboys are going to really try to get the ball to Rico Dowdle. They need to play from ahead. That's one thing that they've really been struggling to do this year.
Yes.
Is they fall behind and then they can't. Then they're playing catch up. They can't run the ball. So it's not so much that they are unable to, but they haven't put themselves in the position to be able to utilize
lean on it.
So Vince, do you think the Me and Los talked about this. Do you think the running back by committee is kind of hurting them? I know because Los said that Dowdle is they feature back. I think I was telling him I think that they actually hurting because they're not leaving them in the game long enough. It's like they'll run you 2 times, then put you on the bench. You're not able to get into a groove. So do you think that's the main thing that's probably impacting their run game?
Well, the main thing that's impacting their run game is that they haven't been able to put together drives early in games. Their defense hasn't been able to get off the field, and so they're in the deficits, and then they can't establish the run. They can't even rely on it in the second half of a game. Where, like last year, for example, they had like the best second quarter point differential in the league, I believe. So in the second half, they were able to really lean on the run game when they chose to.
Well,
Rarely chose it.
the defense have been getting off the field. They've been giving up touchdowns.
Don't do that, DB. They be out there long. So they be long drives.
Right, Barry.
They're playing Canadian football because their opposition isn't having to even get to a third down. They're getting a first down every 2 plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
On the run, and then that eliminates the pass rush. You can't even let Micah and DeMarcus pin their ears back.
Exactly. You guys saw last week. I mean, we get the ball 25, 30 times.
Bananas, dog.
Yeah, they got to get Micah over center a little bit more too.
Yeah, that's what I saw too, Barry.
When he lined up over center, like, man,
they do it, but when you got like 10 real rushes at the quarterback for the whole game, it's crazy, dog.
I think the Cowboys, they will have a good plan put together for their opening script. They will get a lead going, and they will be able to utilize the running game in the second half, especially. Now, the other thing that Dallas has struggled to do is defend the run. But
they're at the bottom.
This was a great week to sell out on that, and you could shadow neighbors and force Danny Dimes to try and beat you from the pocket, which he has not shown the ability to do that ever.
Hey, they better put a spy on Vanilla Vic. Stop playing.
Hey.
But yeah, you can't just outrush. You can't just outright rush those type of quarterbacks. You got to try and keep the
mush rush them.
Yeah, collapse the pocket on them.
Yeah,
I do like Dallas tonight though.
Okay, you got them covering the spread.
Covering the spread, yeah. If I was going to put money on that, that's what I would do. But I don't know if you want me to mention what parlay is, but I got a parlay though.
Yes, we need that parlay, dog. What you playing for?
I like this one a lot. Okay. 50 yards from Dowdle, a touchdown, and under 44.5. That's 11-1 odds. It's a plus 1,100.
Okay, so Dowdle for 50 and a TD, and you took the under on the combined points.
Under 44.5.
Y'all writing that down, dog? Let me put that put it in the chat, dog. That's a nice ass parlay right there. And you got Dallas to cover. I would stick that on my parlay too.
Well,
you bet those straight, huh, Vince?
I know that you would.
Hey, don't be putting my business out there, dog. Don't do that. They don't know that I'm a degenerate. Or is that how you say that, Barry? You the smartest of us.
I am not the smartest. You're the smartest of us, dog.
Yeah, whatever, cuz. So
I just went to class, man.
I ain't laugh, DB, because
it's
partly true right there, the class part. He's smart as hell though. All right, so hey, somebody keep track of these picks too, because next week we gonna call him on his record as the season go on to let people know how good, or bad you are, Mr. Lombardi.
All right, try and beat the books. You know what I mean?
Hey, whoa, now what's good, JK?
JK, what's going on, JK?
How you do that, DB? That was you. All right. So, Vince, what you got for your second game, bro?
All right. Second game is going to be a noon kickoff on Sunday. The Saints visiting the Falcons.
The Falcons.
Okay, you know Saints. Barry is Saint fan, huh?
Well, I figured I would try to knock our teams out here.
For sure.
Already,
For
dog.
sure.
Let's
Uh,
get it.
but I mean, I know the Saints are coming off a tough loss there to Philly last week. They had a great start to the season, though. I think I was really into the Saints all summer, really, because I think once they hired Kubiak there to be their OC, I was like, okay, wheels up in New Orleans. You know what I mean?
But
Mm-hmm.
They've been running that Sean Payton offense since 2006. I mean, even when he left, what's his name? Carmichael. I mean, he came
Mm-hmm.
Sean Payton in 2006, and even when Sean Payton left, that dude was still there running that same offense. I'm like, that's you're about 10, 15 years late with that one. You know what I mean?
really.
And
Uh,
Peyton updating his.
I was really into the Saints offense based off of that hire, really. And the first couple of weeks were a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Falcons took the opposite side of that because they made some coaching hires I liked, but their offense looked like total shit for the most part the first few weeks, other than that last game-winning drive they had against.
You gotta excuse my boys. Somebody must be at the door. 1 second here, y'all. Excuse me.
That's vicious.
Now the game here is in Atlanta. For some reason,
Out.
got Atlanta as a 1.5 point favorite. So a 1.5 point favorite at home team. It's like you're looking at a pick 'em basically.
That's definitely a pick.
Did I miss the part where y'all talked about the Falcons' weapons yet? Because
Nah.
them boys are loaded.
Yeah, they tough on paper. I hate Drake London.
I mean, what are we talking about as far as loaded? Are we talking about what the Falcons have had the last few years, or are we talking about among the NFL teams right now?
I'm talking about both ways because they had that young talent with Pitts, London, and Bijan, but they didn't have a trigger man to do it, to run it. So now they got Kirk over there. I think that offense is gonna explode here soon. And and don't forget Mooney. I love Mooney, dog.
I loved him when he was he for the Bears, right?
Yeah.
You know that boy didn't drop a pass his rookie season?
Yeah, he had huge years rookie.
That's crazy.
So not only did they bring in Mooney, but and Kirk obviously. I mean, but their weapons that they had last year were just, I mean, for lack of a better word, hilarious. Aside from London, Pitts, and Bijan, they didn't have. I mean, they had the backup there. Algier is solid as a number 2, but
I like him.
The passing game, like they had the least efficient passing offense of anybody in the league the last couple of years.
But who's the bum at quarterback though? That matters. What was his name?
It was Matt Ryan, then it was Marcus Mariota. It was Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
But they all played horribly in that offense. So, yeah, I mean, I think the Falcons certainly are better than they were a year ago, but I'm not sure they have it pieced together the way that the Saints do, because the Saints not only do they have the weapons, but they have the new scheme as well, which has been proven to be very effective. But the Saints have always had a very good defense.
Always.
And this is a divisional game, so you're going to play your division opponents tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm not sure. I don't think that Kirk is, at least he hasn't shown yet that he has, gotten back to the level he was last October before he hurt himself. But I like the Saints on the road here. Like I said, this is damn near a pick 'em. It's but the road team here in the divisional game.
Hey, Lowe's, what JB tell us every week about Kirk Cousins?
What?
Kirk Cousins, He's been saying it for like 5 seasons now. He reminds us like every other week. I forgot Kirk Cousins, like dang, bro.
That's wild, dog.
He been on Kirk Cousins for some years.
Vin, you taking the points or you going money line with the Saints?
Like I said, it's 1.5 points, man. Just take the money line.
Okay, I figured as much.
I'm always terrified of this matchup because it don't matter what the records are, even what the talent is like on either side. It just
Yep.
you know.
The NFC South was one of I think the two South divisions, both conferences were the two divisions I think where there was tremendous amount of opportunity in the market, leading in because I think there was wide open both divisions. I mean, the Texans were the favorites, the Falcons were the favorites, but I got some investments going in the other direction.
Never trust the Falcons.
The shit part of it is once the hired Canales, I was like, man, Carolina, Bryce Young, they're gonna do it because I saw Canales just did it with Geno, then he did it with Baker, and now he's going to. I'm like, and they brought in weapons, and they looked like they weren't even a functional team for 2 weeks, and then Andy Dalton gets up. I'm
Andy
like,
Dalton does this everywhere he goes, though.
The Red Rocket, baby.
He the new what's your boy name with Miami and with
Kirkpatrick, what's his name?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzmagic, baby.
He the new Fitzmagic, dog.
yeah.
Andy gonna get you a good 2 amazing games, and then he gonna become Andy Dalton.
Right back out there.
He gonna become Andy from Toy Story.
What becomes of Bryce?
You gotta move it.
He'll be out there this year. Dalton ain't gonna start the next 15 games or next 14 games. There ain't no way.
It's too soon to cut bait, dog.
Move him.
You think you cut bait already?
Move him. If you ain't gonna put nothing around, if you ain't gonna block for him, hey, y'all remember how they were blocking for Cooper Rush but not for Dak? Same thing going. All them boys nobody did no assignments all of a sudden.
Even the first.
If your line don't believe you, they gave up on you, man. Hey.
Even the first 2 weeks there, he had the lowest pressure rate of any quarterback in the NFL.
Jeez.
They were.
I saw that boy, so he was running around for that.
he hearing ghosts, dog.
Receiver wide open. He can't see him.
Wow. He sure he got the Breeze thing? What Breeze used to do in the pocket? Look up, dog.
Look up.
All right.
Hey, you gotta have a special offense catered to somebody who gotta look over the offensive line. That's just what it is.
Yeah. It is.
That's great throwing lane.
That boy Sean Payton was moving the pocket a lot. It's a lot, bro.
Criticism that we saw with Kyler, obviously, but even Russ back when the Seahawks were balling 10, 12 years ago or whatever, young quarterback, short, but he could get out of the pocket.
Yeah, and Kyler's still a foe at least.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Saints money line here.
Yeah.
With the parlay. What we got next, Cuzzo?
All right. The next one I'm going to be going with is the Steelers and Colts game.
Oh, boy.
The Steelers, an awesome story. My AFC North is always a fun division. It's different every single year that comes out of there.
Yeah.
Except that fluke year from Burrow. He really garbage, but continue.
It's a new team every single year that's what's so fun about it. And so as the biggest underdogs by a mile, I was Steelers. So we're a 3-0 start with Justin Fields is very exciting, and they're winning the game so ugly too for the most part. Just defense, nasty defense, and pound the rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tumbling football.
Like, why would you think it'd be any different?
And Justin Fields is over here not making mistakes, not turning the ball over.
That's a big fault.
And then we see the Bears are still a mess. So
it'll be a mess. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Top to bottom.
Mm-hmm. You still is Justin Fields still available for trade, Vince, in our fantasy league, dog?
Let's just see what he does against this Colts defense. And
see what I'm saying? Because he has that potential to go nuclear, dog. He can rush for 150 with 2 touches.
Last week he was 25 to 32 passing. You know what I mean?
What?
Ran the needle. He only had 6 carries for 6 yards. I mean, he's showing a whole nother aspect of his game that he was criticized for in Chicago. Chicago's a joke of an organization, really. But yeah, and then on the other side, we got Indy, who's one of the most interesting players in football, Anthony Richardson.
Hey, Rich.
Super raw. Like, I think he only started one season in college, and then he only played like 2.5 games last year.
Dude had a couple throws. My bad, Vince. Dude had a couple throws. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, where it just jumps off the screen, bro. Like, his arm is crazy, and he was on his back foot, bro.
Yeah, I mean, him, maybe Josh Allen and Mahomes, maybe the 3 strongest arms in the league. You know what I mean? Yeah, he, like you said, back foot, feet planted, and 70 yards down the field. You know what I mean? Problem is, he hit his receiver 1 out of 5 of those. You know what I mean?
They have everything. Yeah, I agree.
Problem right now for Indy is that he's not even running the ball. Like, that's supposed to be. He's got like Cam Newton type of physique. You know what I mean? Big, fast, elusive.
He can
run through guys. You know what I mean? He's not running the ball right now. They haven't even been incorporating that into the game plan. So
really, who's running the offense over there?
Aiken, who was the OC for the Eagles when they went to the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts a couple years ago.
Now that's crazy because they ran the hell out of Hurts.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, now Nick.
Hey, what up, Roy? Roy said, what's going on, baby? Give us game.
I don't think that the Steelers defense is the one that's going to allow the Anthony Richardson breakout.
Hell no.
They have been tough so far through 3 weeks, and they're always tough. That's every year. So it's a 1.5 point spread in the favor of Pittsburgh. The game's in Indy, but I'm still taking Pittsburgh.
Okay, so you got them covering this, right?
I mean, the Colts just let the Packers with, what's his name? Willis? Malik Willis?
Oh, your boy, yeah.
The Colts just lost to Malik Willis and the Packers with like 55 rush attempts and like 12 passes.
Wow.
I think Pittsburgh and Arthur Smith, who that's just like music to his ears, 55 runs and 12 passes. Might even be willing to do an alternate spread on that thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, so how much you would give him? You give him 2.5, or you going up a tutty?
Nah, I mean, if I'm doing something, I think that they'll win by a touchdown. I think they'll win by. I'd go
I got
5.
you.
I'll go 5.5 because touchdowns.
5.5. I got you down for 1.5. I'm only hold you to covering the spread there. What's good, Clutch? But I'm gonna put down this 5.5 for myself.
Hey, Nick said, who y'all got tonight? Everybody got the Cowboys tonight?
Oh, we all got the boys. Wait, who said who ain't got them?
Barry ain't got the Cowboys.
I'm hoping they win.
You know, I always wish y'all the best with that. Whenever time I pick y'all lose. So I'm gonna try something different.
Let's go, then. I appreciate it, dog. Appreciate that.
I ain't got no Cowboy hate. I got a little Cowboy hate in it, but not below average for the average fan.
Hey, dog. Hey, DB, remember the show? I think it was 2 weeks ago. We were clowning him because he don't be saying much about his Saints.
Yeah.
That boy was talking cash crap the whole time the week after that, bro. I'm telling you, you got to follow him in those groups and all those. Hell.
What?
Yes, I'm going to start posting screenshots of you talking your smack there.
You wild. Hey, Nick, I got Dowdle getting in the end zone for sure. Possibly tight end. What's tight end name?
Ferguson.
Yeah, Dowdle is the running back, Nick.
Oh, Vince, somebody asking who we think gonna score a TD. Vince say Rico Dowdle is gonna score, but Barry got Ferguson. Go ahead, Vince.
I just experimenting around earlier this morning, and I saw that they had a 50% boost for anything on FanDuel for this game. It doesn't have to be a parlay; it could be a straight bet. So $10 on Rico Dowdle to score 3 touchdowns. It would hit for $2,000.
Jeez.
What?
That's how much.
That's a Hail Mary. I mean, it's $10 to hit for $2,000.
It's a Hail Mary.
He said some FanDuel.
He finna tell Pops. He finna tell Pops, man.
Hey, Pops already out.
Yeah, you late.
I guarantee he already know.
All right, so we got you down for Saints money line on the noon window. Steelers to cover 1.1.5. All right, so what we got next, Vin?
Then the last one I got is for the Sunday night game.
Okay.
Buffalo, Baltimore.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good
let's go.
It's in Baltimore.
You taking Baltimore?
It's in Baltimore. Yep.
Oh, it's in
In
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Buffalo favorite though, right?
Ain't no way.
Or is a 2.5 point favorite. Yeah.
Buffalo favorite?
No. Baltimore is a
That's the I thought.
Okay.
But you know the home team gets 3 points.
right. So it's damn near a pick 'em, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but what I'm going for, what I'm leaning towards here is the over 46.5. Now these are two. I mean, Buffalo has shown this isn't the Bills that we've seen in the past years.
Mm-hmm.
They want to. They don't even have like established weapons in the passing game right now. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but their passing game has been, bottom 10 this year is overall numbers because they haven't. That's not their emphasis on offense anymore. James Cook has been best player in fantasy football, one of the best players in fantasy football.
Yeah, that's his offense.
And Barkley, I guess, would be like top 3 running backs at least. Yeah. But but Baltimore does have a pretty good run defense, as you guys saw last week.
Man, come on, man. He's trying to shoot shots in here.
I think this is one of those games where it's just going to be the 2 elite superstar quarterbacks are going to be battling it out here. I can see Lamar running for 80 yards and Allen running for 50 yards, and each of them gets in the end zone on the ground. And I think if there's going to be any prime time game that's going to go over, it's going to be a Sunday night game.
Okay. So that's why he took the over there.
I think that this is going to be an offensive game, man. The two of the top 5 quarterbacks for sure in the league. They're going to put on.
Dispute that.
I would.
Who you got in your top 5? Why you?
Oh no! I was just talking about the over. Nothing. I got the under for that game.
A word? Okay.
I think Buffalo contains Lamar a little bit more than what we think.
Yeah, Buffalo's got
on the running side.
Yeah. Still got to worry about Henry though.
Yeah, Henry probably when you get down here. But like I've been telling y'all for the last 7 years, he's not a power runner. So he gonna do 2 dance moves in the backfield, and then if he ain't got no legs, he gonna fall down.
Yeah. if he has to alternate his path in the backfield, do any stutter step, anything like that, play's already dead.
It's dead. He got to get by the first man first to build up speed. Then he use that stiff arm. He still ain't running. He ain't running through nobody. Everybody talking like he be trucking folks. They're like, them highlights got y'all twisted. He's not there. And he's still a monster. He's a linebacker size with, damn near receiver speed.
Yeah.
Use that.
He a scat back is what you saying.
But he's a giant. But yeah, he's never been a good short yardage basis. He ain't what people think he is. They just see the size and they see the stiff arm highlights.
That's facts, Wade. That's facts.
Dude ought to be a great short yardage back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
You got to use leverage. He's just so damn tall. Hard to get that.
He is so fast, man. God, so fast.
I definitely agree. All right, so hold on. Let me read these picks you got. Did you do an upset pick this week, Vince, or no?
Saints would be technically because they are plus money on the money line.
Okay, so the Saints is your upset pick.
Worst upset pick in history, sir. Don't come back.
So for y'all gamblers out there, Vince got Dowdle again for 50 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
And he's taking the under on the game tonight. So that's a parlay for you. And for his picks this week, he's got his upset pick, Saints money line. That's the next game. Then he got the Steelers to cover at 1.5, but his personal ticket is gonna have him at 5.5. And
Still-
last but not least,
still a favorite.
huh?
Steelers.
Still is a favorite, right?
Yeah, their favorite
They're
1.5.
Okay, they
Yeah, minus 1.5. My bad. I be forgetting.
So,
All right. And he's taking the over on the Sunday night game, Baltimore and Buffalo.
yes, sir.
I'm parlaying those.
That's
And
a
you
nice
gonna
pick.
you gonna place my bets for me, Vin? I'm parlaying those Sunday joints.
Well, yeah. You know, I always try to, you know what I mean?
Already. Oh, my bad. Before we cut out or whatever, I did want to, since you joined a little later in the year, I wanted to bounce some things off you as far as the NFL season's going so far. Who are the biggest surprises so far in the NFL this year, team-wise?
Well, the way that the Saints started out the season was a pleasant surprise, I think, for anybody who enjoys watching offensive football or is into fantasy football and all that kind of stuff. You want to see offense, you want to see scoring. The Saints have done that, and they hadn't been doing that in Drew Brees left. You know, and it's been a little while for that, so that's been a pleasant surprise. Jaden Daniels, I think, has been awesome.
That's my pick.
It's a little irritating that they hadn't gotten McLaurin real featured there until this past week they finally started to.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that's a kind of a sign of that things are going to be trending in that direction. Because
hopefully not.
They were spreading the ball. I mean, they got 40-year-old Zach Ertz out there catching 5-yard digs. Like you got a legit number one guy out here. You know what I mean? And it's great for McLaurin too, because he's never look at all the quarterbacks he's been having to deal with the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
It's almost double digits.
It did beyond, I think, but
work. It's great.
But yeah. So the Jaden Daniels has been awesome to see, and like I said, Justin Fields. You know, seeing Justin Fields and the Steelers undefeated at this point, Justin Fields playing the best quarterbacking we've seen since he's been in the league. It's such a great redemption story. You know, shipped out of Chicago honestly because they failed him.
They did.
And I, as a Packers fan, I love to see the failure of the Bears.
That's what I want to hear right now.
I feel like Caleb Williams is going to be going down the same track because, I mean, the Bears had Trestman in there as their head coach. They drafted Trubisky, number 2, number 3 overall. The coach got fired. They brought in Nagy.
I hate me some
Nagy. Then they drafted Fields with Nagy, fired Nagy after 1 year, and then Eberflus come in, work with Fields for a couple years. Now they move on from Fields. They bring in Caleb. Eberflus is going to get fucking fired right now, man. This year. He needs to be at least. But it's just a pattern of just being a shit organization.
Yeah.
So it's great to see Justin Fields having some success out of Chicago.
Stop hating on Caleb, Tyler. Don't do that, dog. Barry, who your biggest surprises so far this year, my boy?
Oh, the hail to the Commanders, you know, first and foremost. I think they're the biggest surprise, you know what I'm saying?
Take command.
I was surprised in the other direction about how Baltimore got started. I didn't see that one coming. You know what I'm saying? And I would say the Cowboys actually. Same thing. I didn't see them. I really didn't see them losing any of these first games. Like I was nervous about the Saints game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like I expected the run defense to be suspect. I didn't think the pass defense was gonna be so bad. I didn't think the offense was gonna be so bad.
The run D has always been suspect. We always tend to get out though.
Yeah, so it don't matter. Yeah, but one thing I do expect is for them to get down and then Dak to put up great numbers.
See, here we go.
50 calorie Dak.
That boy stay drinking sodas and eating
That
pizza.
boy a cup of Kool-Aid, dog.
Drinking soda, eating pizza.
After 12, you don't no need for those calories, bro.
Hey man, I love it though, dog.
DB, what you got? Biggest surprises, dog.
I would say the Commanders. I actually got the Commanders coming out the NFC East.
Damn, over the Cowboys and Philly.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like Philly because they got Keelan Moore. He's not a good offensive coordinator to
That's
me.
fair.
I thought you was gonna say a running back at quarterback, but Kellen Moore, I got you.
Yeah, yeah. And
They got
Dallas,
running back now.
Dallas surprised me. Dallas surprised me too. I'm like, I didn't see us losing those games like we did. And then the fashion that we lost them in. I'm like,
super brutal.
It was fun to watch though.
Well, you
For
guys got
me,
what's his name, Dobbs there with the Cardinals like early last season. I mean,
yeah, he popped us last year with the
those things
running. Yeah, it happened. It's early, but my biggest takeaway so far, surprises, has been that boy Sam Darnold and JJ out there cooking and Mini. They look like one of the best 5 teams in the NFL on the field. And I, like Wade said in the comments, he said the Bills, but you know who ain't surprised about Super Elway? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, so, he's playing his worst football. That's why they're doing their best.
No, dog. Like they got rid of all those divas and they start handing that ball off. Now Josh just out there. It looked like he's just having fun, dog.
Yeah, he's better when they don't have to depend on him. He's great. He's a game manager with a 4.6 speed and a big arm.
Them boys could call Josh Allen the game manager. He'll have 250-yard pass and like 60 yards rushing in the rushing.
He basically Lorenzen. You remember Lorenzen? They used to
Jared, don't do that.
What they used to call that man? He had a name.
What was Jared Lorenzen's nickname, Vince? Oh God, dog.
I gotta look that up.
Man. All right. So y'all, we got to get out of here for this game. Come on, let's drop these Super Bowl picks right now. Cause
good Lord.
Yeah. So we can laugh at each other at the end of the year.
Man,
Packers.
Every year I can't do nothing but it. You know what I mean?
Insane.
Yeah, it's definitely insane. Packers.
I put in like the 5 days after the Super Bowl ended in February. I put my
every year, huh?
So who's going to be playing against your Packers in the Super Bowl, man?
Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, you definitely on powder.
Outlandish.
Yes, Pittsburgh and the Packers. I wouldn't bet it.
I kind of agree with Vince on that. I like Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, you got a long pick and fingernail too, don't you?
There he is, D-Lo Brown.
Hey, boy, Big Dave in the hole. What's up, Dave? I'm sorry. In this place.
Yeah, see, we trying to clean up the program, and you in here talking about.
Speaking of clean, that hoodie is extra clean, Mr.
I appreciate it, dog. Shout out to Fat Dog. She's selling these hoodies. She was selling them for homecoming. Now she just staying everybody homecoming. And you know, I gotta be extra. She was putting on East Side on them at first, and I was like, let me get that Foster Homes, baby.
Hey,
you feel me? So shout out to Fat, man, at 1017 Designs. Good look, baby girl. All right, so Vince got Go Pack Go and the Steelers in the Super Bowl. That wasn't one of his official picks. No one followed that because Vince is clearly crazy.
Got $5 and see how it goes.
Yeah, just burn it. Well, all them combo meals we throw away. DB, who you got going against the Steelers in the Super Bowl?
Washington.
Oh man,
folks. But JD, did you see that throw to Terry in the last game, dog?
We're throwing some dots. If he stay healthy and make the right reads, and he using his feet too, they're gonna be hard to beat.
Dog, I gotta stop being friends with Redskin fans.
All
Reed do is hit me in the inbox, man. You see JD. And then he jumped on a private jet the other day. Dog, he was on the PJ. So now all I gotta hear is PJ and JD all the time. It's ridiculous.
Hey, what up, Reed? What's up, Reed?
Shout out to Reed, dog. So the people on that side of the screen are clearly lunatics. Barry, let's bring some sanity to the pod.
Yeah,
Who you got in the bowl, dog?
In this here bowl, this a hard one for me, dog. It's a hard one. I want to go Baltimore, but I need Andrews to wake up, man. They look so different with
That boy
Henry back
running
there,
in
man.
quicksand or something, man.
Yeah, it's everything looks so different.
Well, he got
So
that.
I'm going Saints in the NFC clearly. Because I mean, the NFC wide open. Ain't nobody no dominant team to me in the NFC. You know, I would never. Y'all know I ain't never picked the Saints to go. You know what I'm saying? But it's so wide open. I like might as well rock with them boys. AFC. My first choice is the Bills, but I don't know. But I'm going Bills.
Okay.
I'm going Bills.
Bills Saints.
That boy said Andrews gonna lose his job to Likely. Hey,
he already lost it to Likely, if you ask me.
I like just that one guy.
All right, so I like that Super Bowl, Tyler. Still the Seahawks. Me personally in the NFC, Vince, you won't like it, but I'm going Detroit. I'm going Detroit as the NFC representative, and I don't know, man. Like I'm buying what they cooking up at is it still Orchard Park? Buffalo. I'm buying what they cooking in Buffalo, but you know, I'm a stand. Josh Allen is my favorite player in the league. I took him first in our fantasy draft. I'm rocking with Josh, so I got the Bills and the Lions. So the sensible people both got the Bills, and y'all got the Steelers. It's wild.
You know, only a sensible person would take the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Why we playing? But we low key hating on them.
Well,
they can't be the new Patriots, man. I don't like it.
You know what I mean? They deserve to be hated because they fucking.
Yeah, they deserve. They do some stuff. You good? They do some stuff with them refs too. And that Atlanta game, they should have lost.
Hey, man, the way they were holding in the Super Bowl, nobody hates the 49ers to their core like me. Well, it's a few of us. Yeah, but boy, they got cheated bad. They got cheated, man. You talking about it was obvious whole boy was just, hey, ref, no, nothing. All right, bet. Like, that's crazy. It was nasty, dog.
It was nasty.
Who got that phone call? Y'all know what to do, boys. Then they like the Manchurian candidate, Donald Leroy Jones, activated. Flag on the 49ers.
Excuse me. I'm sorry about all the coughing. I got the flu. Vince, you was about to chime in. What you say, bro?
I was just saying that if history shows us anything, that we're all kind of fools for not betting on the team that, you know, if the case is they got the refs in their pockets and all that, then we should be putting money on them.
Exactly. And they got the best player in the league. They got the best player in the league and the best coach, in my opinion. But
I think I'm gonna be right though.
But DB do be a little sneaky with his picks, dog. That boy, who you had going to the finals?
I picked the finals.
Yeah, he did. He picked the finals.
I like the line.
We also had Jacksonville in the Super Bowl last year. So
who did?
You.
I didn't.
Nah, you had them winning that first game. Them boy went down by 28 and pulled it off.
And they pulled it off. He was talking big man.
DB. Hey.
He was thinking he was Pops that day.
Nah, he was on. He pulled it off.
I thought I was Lostradamus.
Well, I've been garbage for years. And all them first round picks I've been calling the next one.
Hey.
Trevor Lawrence.
That's the best part of the offseason, though, is you get to be all excited about the new ones. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing better.
Yeah, until you see they trash.
April 28th is like the best time of that 6-month window of the year.
Facts. Like when we were playing Madden, I would live for the combine and all this, the draft. Like I was way too deep into that Madden stuff, man. I had to get out, but now I'm getting back.
That's the only way to be, though, bro.
I know, man. I enjoyed it, but bro, it took up so much of my time. It was ridiculous.
That's how I was when I was gambling. It consumed my thoughts.
There.
all about it.
It was always DB. I need a picture. This is my guy. This is who I'm rocking with this season. I need JJ Smoke. Then as soon as the season starts, you see that little notification pop up in your inbox begging for your best players.
I got a deal for you, baby.
That's crazy.
Don't do me like that, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said you got Jesus Christ.
Hey, man.
He had some boy and Manziel. He was on Johnny.
Oh, that's right.
He was
That's
on Johnny.
That's fair though.
Johnny ain't give me no title though. I
Nah,
don't think Dree got one either though. I think I won with the boys and
got close a couple of times, but he ran into the Jets.
Hey, let's wrap this up because hey, that was his comeback to a Bear. I'm gonna have to shoot you the link. He had like a on Game of Thrones, the man with many faces.
Oh yeah, the many face guy. Yes,
so we were it was some nerd
Well,
stuff going on.
Yeah, Bear, you had to be there.
I would not. I ain't want to be in that. I would be way too deep out there.
All right, well,
I'm too ignorant.
My bad, Bear.
No, I was just saying I'm too ignorant to be in the kind of nah.
Yeah, we were playing video games, Struck. That's what we did, dog. Well, I still do. I'm playing NCAA. I posted some videos today. I'm gonna get Vince back on, but
Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Or like at the end of last year, I was playing that Madden 05 NCAA 05, doing the franchise mode and the dynasty mode for like the last couple of years, where I would, and create the new draft class in NCAA 05 with like real life players that were recruited out of high school in those years. Then they would go into college and then, get drafted into Madden and all that. It was a good time.
Yeah. Barry, Los used to like to talk to you while you playing. Barry, I turned to he'll start talking to me and I send him a message. I'm not talking to you.
What they were saying, who Shannon was doing, talk them through.
Yeah, talking. That's what I was talking. They were talking you through. I don't like the sound of that, man.
Hey,
go ahead, dog.
Los too seductive, dog. Hey, you can't be in my ear talking all
one time, Vince let me be his defensive coordinator, though. Remember that, Vince?
See?
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to get some help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, tell Angelique to chill, man. Go on, Angel.
DB keep a scheme. He'll have his safety dropping down to the bottom, but he'll be retreating in the deep blue. I'd be like, what is DB doing, dog?
Everybody don't do that?
No, DB probably has the most exotic coverages.
There, they say I put everybody in the wrong position.
Because sometimes that shit worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
As long as he can sub out all those linebackers for safety.
I had a nice little old run though. Then Los cheated me.
Los had to get his get back like Cardi B, dog.
Hey, and we gonna touch that next week. But right now, my Cowboys from the play. Y'all got anything else y'all want to get off? Because I'm finna get off.
No, we good.
We good?
All right. Hey, y'all ever seen Class Act?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, those look like Dougie Doug on a popsicle. They got two propellers on top of his head, like you finna take off. RIP take off.
Hey, so we're gonna be doing this weekly with my boy Vince DaChamp. It'll be a more condensed version. We just wanted to let him stretch his legs today, get used to it. So I'm excited. And that's it, dog. Vince, before we leave, though, I need one of these, bro. Hey, we gonna holler at y'all. Go Cowboys.
Green Bay in the Super Bowl. Outlandish.
What's that, Vince?
Guys, I appreciate you guys having me on.
I appreciate you coming through. Come back.
Yeah, be back next week.
You probably ought to come on a regular basis. That's when they seem to be on their best behavior with you sitting there.
He looked like a cop up there. That's why. Hey, let's roll this bit, man.
Yeah, that man ain't got no mustache. I got some use proper English, dog.
We out, dog.
He like you finna walk up and ask for, hey, can I get one drug? Like,